dogs on a mission. Television gold, ain't no intermission. Wild antics, blanks got the crowd all wishing. Laughter's currency, big fame, the commission. Busted in the corner, players wild and whack. Tim in the front, comedy never lack. Studio chaos, keep them all on track. Smash hit moments, all stripping from the mat. Tim and Rusty run the show, ain't no stopping. Every episode, side splitting, jaw dropping. Laughs on tap, steady beat, steady knocking. Fame train rolling, never gonna be flopping. Tim spitting jokes like a pro magician's wand. Rusty bringing back up, both tight like a bond. Audience cracking up from dusk until dawn. Comedy duo, yeah, that's the unbreakable bond. Shenanigans break the fourth wall, candid confessions. Each episode a lesson in laughter professions. From pratfalls to epic rants, never second lessons. Tim and Rusty reign supreme, laughter the obsession. In the studio, it's comedy ignite.
And his opponent tonight,
Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, welcome here to PWA Championship Wrestling. This is the voice, Timothy E. Miner, along with
Rusty the Ref.
and we are here, opening match. This could be a main event, any venue.
Yes. Well, it is Friday the 13th. It's going to be somebody's unlucky night.
Possibly,
LBK.
no,
He's
well,
going against
Austin
the human
Cruz.
wrecking ball.
Like I said, this could be a main event in any arena. Your referee is Jesse James.
Well, you've got a young veteran in the sport. And then you've got by wrestling standards, an old veteran in the sport. LBK against Austin Cruz, the young lion, and the wrecking ball against the, we'll say, older lion and the lightning bolt. May
And
I ask
ringside with Austin Cruz is Lucky P. Esquire.
Yes, I've really come to appreciate Lucky. Oh! First Blood by LBK. Lightning quick. Who would have thought? Of course, he's probably going to pay for that here in a minute. He's going to pay for it. Good boy, Austin Cruz has got good hearing.
Are we just close enough where he can hear you?
I don't know. I can't hear you, so actually I can. Went for a collar and elbow. Oh, well, maybe Austin Cruz is gonna pay for that. So he worked over both those legs. I'm probably the static. Every time I talk, there's static.
No. Alrighty.
Went for another. Oh, go behind, but Cruz caught him. This isn't good. Just
Shoots him
tossed.
into the turnbuckles over here.
He just tossed him like. I like this. You got the typical big man in Austin Cruz, but yet the guy can go. I don't not of course like LBK, but did I get that right? Yeah, Lightning Bolt Kid. A little bit back and forth there. Austin uses that power. LBK uses that agility and quickness, and he reversed that. A little chain wrestling going on here, Tim Miner. I like it. Whoa, big shoulder block. You don't want to play Austin's game, LBK. There goes that, I believe that high school guard, pulling guard coming down through the line, knock you down. So I predict LBK is going to go past him, bounce off the ropes, and then do something like a drop. Ah! Well, or stomp his foot.
Off the ropes. Big shoulder block there.
That's a 10 because he outsmarted him. He flat outsmarted Austin Cruz,
Well, that's not too hard to do.
says Tim Miner. Rusty the Ref did not say that. I have a healthy fear of Austin Cruz. So I was back in the locker room, and Austin says, Tim Miner's here tonight, isn't he? I said, yeah. And you go talk to him, and he said, no. He got my music? And I said, yeah, but he's not going to play it.
I don't
He's
need
not
music
doing
yet.
music tonight. Oh, well, I don't know if they got my music. Well, you might ought to check on that. I don't know if I'm supposed to tell that or not, but there you go. Keep the action going, and I won't tell private stuff. Anyway, they had his music. Once again, folks, welcome to PWA Pro Wrestling Alliance, Gladeville Community Center, Lebanon, Tennessee. This is a Matt Starr promotion and TMTV production. This is the voice, Rusty the Ref, and as already been said, the voice, Tim Miner. Oh, big knee into the gut. Oh, up and over. That's the LBK. Oh, look at that. I'm just shocked, Tim Miner, that LBK is running circles around Austin Cruz. Sarcasm. Now, once again, he's making fun of him, too. Put those big bone-breaking kicks into that rib cage. Oh, that was popped. But he's going to poke the bear. If Austin gets him cornered like this. Woo.
Up to the middle rope, comes off.
Whoa, I'm
Cross body
impressed.
block.
That's a low-key 10.
Well, LBK has been in charge of this match pretty much from the get-go.
Just wait. Austin, you know how I feel about LBK, but Cruz there, he's got him. If he can ground him and get him slowed down and, put that wrecking ball to work. I'm always, don't take this the wrong way, Irish whip. Goalie caught him, went to the well one too many times. Looks like I just dropped him off on that turnbuckle. Boom! Oh, big. I'm not sure if that's a lariat or a clothesline. Doesn't really matter. It knocked LBK down. LBK has been grounded by Austin Cruz. Now he's going to talk to referee Jesse James. Look, Tim Miner. Lucky P.
What's he using there?
He's
That's time.
putting a Christmas tie on LBK. Tired of all that black. You need some to lighten yourself up a little red and green. Now Austin just openly choking while veteran referee Jesse James goes over and admonishes him, gives him a little 3 count. He's going to go, look at this misdirection. And Austin Cruz learned from the best. Biggest and baddest, meanest, somebody's going to get hurt, desperado. These fans just playing right into Cruz. LBK, don't rule him out, though. Chin breaker, that's what I was telling you. LBK says, I got it.
Whoa, he got something all right.
Oh! He don't have all of it now. He's got part of it.
He's got that high note.
Woo! That turnbuckle took a trip to the back cave. Austin, come let us reason together, Austin. You know somebody like LBK, you can't do a lackadaisical pin. Just one time, Tim Miner. Am I being too loud?
No, you're good.
Okay. Sleeper by Austin Cruz. Now, was that considered a tap out? That'd be the. Out comes
wait a
back
second.
and Landon.
Landon Bradley's got some bad head going on.
He combed his hair for us tonight. Well, you
Duck
know,
under by LBK.
if you
midsection.
if you can't grow a beard, why not mess with your hair? I don't think at this point LBK was needing much. Austin Cruz needing much help.
Well, they're going to sling LBK back up into the ring.
I like this new and improved Landon Bradley. Forearm shivers. No holds barred Landon Bradley. New direction. The new direction. Anyway. Oh, the wrecking balls is swinging. Jesse is so proud of that two. Please don't make me have to think of what comes after two. A tired joke, but I can't help it till they count to three. Don't you dare rule LBK out. Fans aren't.
Oh, that was a big thudding chop.
Now you might rule him out. Well, LBK's got his hair all up in the air now. Incoming! Boom. Oh, my. LBK, here he goes. Here comes the human wrecking ball. Oh, LBK moved. I'm going to give that a 10. This might be the match. Swanton into the knees. This is not Austin Cruz' first match. That's the way to stop that for sure. However, he racked his back up on the turnbuckles. LBK returned the favors. This is great. What a match for an opener. Of course, we have no jabroni matches here. Oh, LBK. Oh, I love that. I just got to keep holding my 10 up the whole match for both these guys. Do it. Yeah, here he goes. Moonsault. Textbook 10. Except Cruz had a textbook defense. I love the
Jesse James
moonsault.
making the count.
And LBK does that so beautifully. Oh, look at this. Look, Tim Miner. We got it. We got it, schoolboy. 2 count. Jesse counted that fast, too. Well, we got us another one, 2. 3, we got it. And in comes everybody. And out goes LBK. He outsmarted all of them.
LBK gets the victory here. Looks like LBK outsmarted the Three Stooges.
That might be one of LBK's better matches. 4 against 1. So LBK pulled it out against 4 men, and like I just said, that might be one of his better matches in a while. He did everything. His leg is better. KD, ring announcer, bringing the microphone to Matt Starr.
LBK, sit down, fat boy. LBK should be disqualified. Number 1, you saw him raise the ref's hand because the ref basically cheated to make him win. Austin's shoulder was up, it was a fast count, and he pulled the tights, and he pulled the hair.
I don't deny any of that, but a win's a win.
Toothless hillbilly saw it, take a shower, and we all know that was an miscarriage of justice.
Big Gravy's in the crowd tonight as a spectator.
Austin counts for 1.5 here. 4.5 was for one of you. Reverse it now. Once again,
That's Big Gravy. And welcome to the Tim and Rusty Show. We have got a treat tonight. We have got our long time, what are you? Commentator and backer and booker and whatever else you is. None other than Blackthorn.
Janitor, too.
Supposedly Blackthorn. And then besides that, we have got a very special guest tonight who has to sit in the corner, and his name is Malachi.
Okay, I see Austin Cruz is watching tonight, and he just got to see his. Malachi just says there's a big surprise tonight. Oh,
He did?
was that you?
Maybe.
So do people know?
Austin Cruz wants to complain that his shoulder was off the mat in that match we just showed there.
Well, he had his hold of his tights, and the neat thing though on that match just shows that LBK got away from all four of those guys without getting a beat down. That's, you got to be quick as lightning. Oh, question: what does LBK and Miley Cyrus have in common?
They're both sissies.
They both have rode the wrecking ball. Anyway, just two different wrecking balls. The human wrecking ball,
Okay.
Austin Cruz.
Much personal info.
Austin Cruz, and then
Anyways,
She's
right
on
here
that song.
tonight, here to let us know about the destruction he's going to bring coming up on the 28th. It's 28th, right?
well,
Is the
looking at
big
me
man
for-
Malachi.
I thought that when it's on your side, you can't. Well, you could trust Thorne, maybe, according to whether or not Thorne's on your side. If he's on your side, you're all right. But if he's not, you better run.
Of course, Thorne's
You better run,
taking a break
Malachi.
from cleaning restrooms tonight to be here. Have you enjoyed cleaning the restrooms?
He-
I got Malachi over here tonight. I'm gonna hide behind Malachi tonight. What'd you lose there?
What are you doing? Are you hugging Tim? No, okay.
He don't even hug his mama.
Just bear hug. So
Can't hear Thorne. Thorne, is your mic on?
Yes.
Talking to your mic.
Yeah, it's on.
Of course, that was your wife that says you can't hear you. She probably.
Oh.
Yeah, keep it up there.
Is she going to call tonight? I always like.
Oh
to
yeah,
hear
it's
her.
on. It's on. Let me make sure it gives you a little bit more volume on it.
So Banshee just making some trouble, huh? Trying to get in the show.
No.
We might need to have her on here one night. That'd be interesting.
It
You
might
all-
not be good for you there, Rusty.
Well, I'm not sure if it's good for me tonight. Anyway, you just never know. I still hold, despite what all these other. Well, I'm excluding Thorne from this because he hasn't really commented a lot on it. But I think there isn't anybody, any given day, in any wrestling that Malachi cannot put down or put out of wrestling.
Before we get started, before I have anything to say, what can and are you okay?
I thought you were going to hit me.
He keeps jumping.
No, you got that Bobby the Brain neck right now. So, hey, what can and cannot say on this? Because
Feel free to say whatever you want to say.
There's no
Well,
foul language.
I won't.
Yeah.
Here's the bone I got to pick with you, Santa Claus. You it's dumb. You just said that, like, oh, there's nobody that can beat me and nobody can do this or that. Hold on, I'm not done speaking. But when I'm not
Apologize.
here, oh, Bat Star did this and Dewey does this and this person can do this.
And they did.
And he reminds everybody that you're 0-2 and haven't won a match yet in RWF.
No, you need to listen to what I say too. I say all that, but it's because of shenanigans and whatnots of your commissioner and of Rico Jones. They've worked these things for you, against you rather. Yes, Rico built them up, both of them up as jabronis. It's Saturday morning specials as jobbers. And then you're looking, and here they team up on you, throw powder in your eyes, grab your foot, pull you down, and hold your feet while the other one counts. That's what I'm saying. You can beat either one of them any given day, but at the same time,
The problem is he hasn't.
That's the same time.
What happens when you back a vicious dog in the corner? What do they usually do?
A rabbit will fight if you get it up in the corner. I've seen one fight a beagle before.
So
He lost, but
on December 28th,
the beagle.
Dewey Barnes is going to be there, who's the size of my pinky toe, and we're in a street fight. Okay. And there's things that I'm going to do that night that you guys don't even know about. And y'all run the show. You booked the show. You own the show. There's things I'm doing that night that y'all don't even know about to make sure and to make a statement that I'm not the one to mess with.
Okay.
But I always have something up my sleeve too. So you never know.
The bad thing is, so does your opponent.
I ain't worried about him.
Dewey will do anything.
I was about to say, don't get me wrong. You're a big man. Okay.
And a bad
But
man.
he's definitely not one to underestimate. He will put a hurting on you so quick before you laugh.
Who invited this guy?
He,
Well, I accidentally sent the text out in a group.
look,
Just kidding.
Thorne goes
I
and
needed
does
my
what,
restrooms cleaned tonight, so I
what
said,
Thorne
"Well, I
wants
need
to
to come
do.
over
He
here
does it.
change out my toilet paper."
No, I'm not being disrespectful to anybody, even the Dewey. Dewey's been all over the world wrestling. I get that. But when there comes to point of tenacity and viciousness and stuff like that, there's a line. Like, I've medically been told that I'm crazy. So that so I mean, I got
See the
proof.
doctor to tell you
Yeah,
that.
I got proof of that. I can, so where you want to take this? Where's this street fight going to go? Because I'm willing to go there.
And his mama had him checked too.
I mean,
Mine
but
or his.
you won't catch me in public wearing that.
Well, you know,
He's got a point there, Rusty.
the reason is it won't fit him.
Yeah, ho ho ho.
It's too wimpy.
That reminds me of the Soul Man.
So
So December 28th, 2024, it's our last show of the year. Of course, we've been off for a few months now. Finally, we're coming back. But we got a great card of action set up. We got Landon Bradley going to take on Jason Xavier for the light heavyweight title. Landon Bradley holds that title right now. Then we're going to have Mike Cobb taking on Larry Cooter. We even saw that match last year, or so in December of last year when Boogeyman retired. His retirement show. Boogie Woogie Boy.
I'm the boogeyman. I'm here to
Then we
get ya.
got Austin Cruz going to take on Xavier Michaels for the United States title. Then we have LBK is going to be in action. Sergeant Man James will be in action. Preston Adams will be in action. We got Dewey Barnes taking on the big man Malachi in a no holds street fight, RWF street fight. So anything, I'm guessing that's Falls Count anywhere. Weapons
It's a
count.
street fight. What do you think?
So
Well,
I'll pin him wherever I want to.
do you really have to be pinned in a street fight?
No. I'm definitely. I don't care if it isn't a
can't
pin.
go on.
That's how you humiliate your opponents, by pinning them, and I'm going to.
As he's unconscious, and then you pin
I don't care if he's conscious, out of blood, whatever. He's getting pinned.
him. He could bleed out.
Oh, there will be blood.
We'll call 911. We got a guy that's out of blood.
Before Dewey ever gets there, like the last time we saw him, he's already stapled all these staples of
I was about
bleeding.
to say, he's talking about making them out of blood. What are you going to do? Steal all his dollar bills off of them?
I'm sure they have tourniquets around that place somewhere.
Oh, well,
Then
belt.
we have our Rampage Royal 1. This is our we're going to do this back in November, and this is for, we've got the briefcase in there. It is for the number one contendership, or it's for whoever wins this can turn it
I
in.
mean, whoever wins this.
Whoever wins
I'm
this.
going to win this. Period. The Battle Royal belongs to me. I don't care. No offense, big man. If he's in it, it doesn't matter. Anybody that climbs in that ring might as well crawl their butt right over the top rope, because if not, I'm putting them out.
You have to get your hands out of the ring. I'm on your.
Plain
I'm
and
on
There's
simple.
going to be
on
some
your
big
side.
guys to try to put
It
out of
doesn't
that.
matter.
They'll throw each other out.
Like Big Man Carnage.
It doesn't matter.
That's a big man to get over the top rope.
No, it's not. It'll go over easy.
Malachi. That's a big man to get over the top
No, it's
rope.
not.
I ain't going
I
over
will
the
put
top
Carnage
rope.
him
will get him
over just as quick as I will a 110-pound man.
Well, you do bring out.
No, that's trash talking there.
Like I said, no disrespect towards big men. Okay?
Borrow Hoodridge
But you
snake.
said in that contract any title at any time,
Yes, any title, anytime.
it's mine.
But excuse me, that's not that night.
Yeah, you can't turn it in that night. You have to turn it in the following show. It starts then. Because our main event is not SW, RWF heavyweight title match is Matt Starr against Sean Hoodrich for the main event.
So have you decided if you're going to be, I'm sorry, but you decided if you're going to be in the Battle Royal or not? I don't think you're scheduled to be, but
No,
But
he
it's
can't
open.
be in it. He's got a match.
did it open?
Who was the
It's
athlete?
open, no. If
Who was the athlete years ago that said, I think it's Marshawn Lynch, just like, I'm just here so I don't get fined.
yeah.
I'm just here so I don't get fined. I'm not going to tell y'all my plans of what I'm going to do or not do.
Well, I was.
Oh, Paul Bunyan down there thinks he's going to win it all.
No, Paul Bunyan is gonna win it.
Is
Well,
Paul Bunyan in this thing? That's
my
another big man.
prediction would be it'll come down, no matter how many people in there. But if you're deciding it'll come down between you and Thorne, because I agree he'll
You're
throw.
just saying that because we're here.
No,
If I wasn't here, you'd be like, Matt Starr's going to win.
well, you can't rule out Matt Starr.
Well, Matt
He's
Starr's
won
not
a
going
lot
to be
of
in it.
them.
He's already in a title match for the main event.
but
So
I got
he
a
won't-
question. I got a
We
question.
do know that Sean
He
Hoodrich
might
and
want
Matt
to-
Starr will not be in the battle royal.
They might watch their tag.
Who
Anybody else that
made
wants to be?
who made the rule that you can't cash that in later?
I did.
Is it in like the fine print? Because
Yeah,
like who's gonna stop me? Let's say I win the battle royal. Respectfully, we won't get into it right now. Let's say I win the battle royal. Who's gonna stop me from not cashing it in? If he wants to cash it in, who's gonna stop
He
him?
does have a point there.
Well, I
Man
guess
right here that can stop.
If I'm gonna get through Dewey, when I get done with Dewey Barnes, and then I'm sure I might have some damage because he's crazy. I mean, but if I want to get in that battle royal because of what the outcome of it is in the award, and I want to do something after that, who's going to stop me?
Well, you can do that,
I wasn't talking to you.
but you can't get the belt.
I wasn't talking to you. With your Dollar General Christmas jacket on.
Hey, it's a Walmart. Actually, it's Bargain Hunt. On sale after Christmas.
But I say, Rusty, don't sit there far back.
Well,
I'm just
Don't
saying.
be scared.
I respect RWF. You guys know that. I'm just saying. But at the end of the day, you gotta let those warriors be warriors, not wannabes.
well, one of the reasons I did say that it couldn't be cashing out because if somebody wins, let's say somebody wins and they are a tag team and they decide they want to go for the tag team title. Well, our tag team champions are not going to be there that night. Only
And whose fault is that?
well, I mean, Drew Weatherby will be out of town, so only half of our heavyweight or tag team.
I
title-
just, again, I want to be respectful. I just think the moment you win it, the clock should start. And you can do it then, you can do it a year, well, 6 months, whoever, at any match, whatever title you want.
and then you got Austin Cruz and Xavier Michaels. Now, of course, one of those, when they lose the match, the loser could possibly jump back into the battle royal to go to try to be a contender again.
Yeah, that's what he's saying. So let's look at it this way. Say Blackthorn goes through, he puts 8, 9, 10, 12, or he's 11 men over the top rope, him and the other participants. And he's the last one left. You won't let him go for the title that night, but there's nothing that'll stop Blackthorn or the monster known as Malachi. I'm sorry, what are you, the godfather of professional wrestling?
The Godfather of Destruction.
Of destruction. I apologize for that part. The Godfather of Destruction. What's going to stop them from still going in and beating Matt Starr and Sean Hoodrich in their match? Beat them both right there on the spot. And this could happen. This has happened before. I've seen it.
Here, you got to think of this,
That's
right?
scenario, but
What if you? I'm not even
that
going to say
could,
it.
they
I
may
ain't
not
going to
get
say
the
it.
title, but they can. You could put.
I respect your decision. That's
you-
all I'm
you
going to
could put
say.
a beating on it.
I don't. I disagree with it.
Nobody
Well,
asked you.
Here's the thing. I know if you win the battle royal, you don't have time to go out here and try to win the title because you're going to have to make sure the bathrooms are clean before the show is over.
Really.
Yeah, and during the main event, that's the last rounds of going to the restrooms and making sure that
And then you're talking about the tag titles.
Keep poking
Is
the dog.
not LBK going to be there?
LBK will be there, but
Then
his
he
tag
can
team
defend the
partner.
titles.
I'm not going to put a man in there to defend his titles by himself.
Titles are
You've done it
defended at
before.
any time,
Not a
right?
tag team.
Shenanigans and
I have
whatnots.
never put a tag team in there.
Sounds like something you do.
Yeah, once again, shenanigans, like you said.
Do you-
Rusty.
I have never pulled a shenanigan or whatnot.
We got footage.
I don't want to go there either, but yeah, there's a lot of things. So, who do you want to win the match between
Who cares?
the
what he
Godfather of
wants?
Destruction and Dewey Barnes? Because
I-
that's who will win. He'll find if he
I'm just-
wants Dewey to win, you're out.
I'm just worried
And
about
he
the
has a
carnage.
we've known Dewey since he's 15, 14.
I'm just worried about the carnage that we're going to have to clean up afterwards. This is Christmas carnage, too.
He's talking about the mess to clean up. He ain't got nothing to worry about.
Well,
I'm
I'm
the
talking
one that
about
has to clean it up.
I'm talking about you having to clean up. I want to make sure you're not overworked that night. I'm just looking out for you.
Shenanigans.
Watch out for the shenanigans. That's all I'm saying. There's no doubt you can beat Dewey Barnes, but
I'm not saying a word.
you have a commissioner, Tim Miner.
I never interfere in anybody's matches. What was that over there?
Nothing. I just called.
You heard the cough. Yeah.
Do you remember the last show we had? Who made the street fight match?
You did.
I did.
Yeah.
So do you think I give a rat's doo doo what y'all are going to tell me what I can and can't do?
I'm not telling you that. I wanna
Just
get
letting you
that-
know.
I don't want to get that really straight. Matter of fact, here's what you got to think too. Be ready to fight more than one person. That's how your past two matches have been. You fought Matt Starr, Dewey Barnes, and they don't even like each other. I don't even know if they really know each other. Comes in and helps. And then in Dewey's match, Matt Starr comes and helps. So you may end up fighting the whole locker room that night. You don't, because you don't know what if he decides
I
he decides you don't
don't
want you to win. Get ready.
care.
I think Luke wants to jump into the battle royal too.
He's got that Malachi haters shirt on. I don't understand
Hey,
that. at
I
all.
He'll have to wear a bib.
His mom didn't send him out with one.
He's been talking
Probably
some
got some
trash,
bibs
so-
around the
worried about
house
him.
with a little guy there.
Austin Cruz
Or
on
is
there
he over
talking
that
smack.
now? Oh, that's personal life. I'm sorry.
No,
Also, Austin Cruz is saying he's going to win the U.S. title and jump in into the battle royal and win the battle royal. But he wants to become.
He's so
he
short.
wants
We just have to get him
commissioner.
over the second rope.
You can't turn that in. You can't turn the title thing into being commissioner.
I think you are.
Do what now?
He wants to become commissioner if he wins the battle.
Hey, you said Rusty.
That's
correct
not
me
my
up.
title.
Whoa. Let me
That's
finish
my
here.
title is not an actual title.
He said any title at any time with the RWF, correct?
That's
Is
what
it-
he said.
That's what
Any
I thought
title.
he said.
I'm liking where this is going.
Yeah.
I'm not liking where this is going.
I remember that's how
Hey,
he lost
your
his share of the
words.
company.
Won't you get in the battle royal?
Oh, no. No. I'm already defeated. I'm defeated, right? Because I can't do that. I'm old,
Well,
broken down.
I have never held the
Just had a
heavyweight
neck
title.
surgery.
You never held.
What
the
are you trying to
heavyweight
say?
title?
Oh, hey, you never know. I might be the last entrant.
Typical,
Yeah, like
typical
I said.
independent wrestler owner.
I'm
I'm,
not-
going to do this, and I'm going to win the belt.
I'm not very
Shenanigans.
involved. I'm
You
gonna
mean
sit back and watch.
Independent wrestler owner like Vince McMahon.
But I have never. I
He
was a
did some of that
hardcore
stuff.
champion, but I wasn't owner of the company back then. But I have.
So
Rusty's been a heavyweight champion.
until you strip me of it, see, that's what I'm saying. He'll find a way.
Like
because there wasn't-
wrestling or like an eating contest or something.
It
Both.
was a wrestling match. He won the title, but it was with help, and it was not a sanctioned match.
It doesn't matter. He still won. it,
Sounds
right?
like Dewey
It was-
Barnes.
It was not a legit match. There was no contract signed,
So
but he held it longer than Kid Scorpion because I stripped
Well-
Kid Scorpion of the title within 10
Listen,
seconds.
Talking about that, ain't
I had
Kid
mine for about
Scorpion
2
supposed to be
minutes.
in the Battle Royal too?
Oh, he just running his mouth wanting to be in something.
Oh, okay. Because
you didn't know about that? Or you
know about what?
Kid Scorpion.
What about him?
Is he going to be in it?
Not in my knowledge. I just
Okay.
heard rumors.
Me too.
He's gonna be there to watch it.
Okay. I like his song,
Who?
Kid Scorpion.
Yeah, see, I have to start
Y'all gonna make
start
me
agree with
lose
big
my
man
mind
over there. There is something
here,
wrong with you.
here. Well, he's got a good
This
song.
is actually a good card, though. I've been looking at the matches.
Yeah, we do. It's every match could be a main event.
Yep.
I did notice how
So, do you think that I should make it to where you can cash it in that night?
on your
I'm asking.
Absolutely.
on the commissioner's job. Absolutely.
What? No, you shut up. We ain't talking about the commissioner title is not on the line.
There's only one person in here that can get it.
By saying,
All
read
I'm
the
saying,
contract,
The
any
Because
title.
if we're going to say that, he could say, "Oh, so the co-owner title could be back up for."
hey, all I'm saying is
Oh, I never
this.
thought of that.
I have,
I was thinking if you were commissioner, then you would be the owner.
and make him clean.
Are you a 49ers fan?
Yes, I am.
Oh, dear
Look at this
God.
Christmas
I
tree.
just saw that.
It just
You
looks
call
like,
that a Christmas tree? That's a 49ers tree.
looks like the
Half all your players' ornaments are broken. And
They are broke this year.
Sorry.
I've been thinking about that.
yeah.
Read the contract, whole 9 yards.
Who read the contract for you?
Okay. Read the contract for me.
Becca.
I'll be nice.
Oh, quit lying to yourself,
That's
man.
it.
You're-
He couldn't, so Dewey did it for me.
Are you sure Rebecca? Could,
Did you hear that? Dewey did it because you couldn't.
are you sure Rebecca read it? Did she have? Did you write it? Was it written in crayon?
No, I like.
Oh, she sat there and she just trashed me, so I got to trash her back.
Uh-huh.
And you're worried about me if she shows up.
Oh, she ain't gonna show up.
She does have an extra set of keys to the other vehicle. See.
Yeah, but she got a child she's got to watch after.
She's pretty young.
Don't bury yourself there, Tim.
She can bring it
Anyways,
up. he
I'm gonna laugh. You're knocking on the door.
he's a
I hope he shows up.
Who's that?
Rika?
Rico.
Oh, you hope Rico shows
He
up?
didn't gonna come here because you're here.
Well, I told Rico that you would be here tonight. Yeah.
That's why he's not here.
Well, no, he was trying to get off work in time to get here since you were going to be here, but he has to do some kind of
He had to volunteer to do some kind
he's
of
gonna
work. So
do some kind of
Detective work.
training. You know, he's a cop.
Yeah, I know. We talk. So let's get back
He
to
is?
business here.
But see, there's something we were going to do tonight with Rico. We could have done it with you because I didn't know that you were an ex-cop. We were going to say
Well, I'm not an ex-cop. I'm an ex.
I know your
correctional
dad was a
officer.
cop.
Yeah, 35
because
years.
I remember seeing that on
Your
Facebook
next
with you
what?
and your brother.
Correctional officer, supervisor of corrections.
oh yeah.
Cop and corrections are two different things.
Basically.
But your dad was a cop, right?
Yes, 35
Okay.
years.
Well,
We
I
were going to
have
buy donuts. We was going to buy Krispy Kreme donuts. We was going to buy Palace House donut. We was going to buy regular donuts. Of course, Rico only likes them warm, but we was going to warm them up, and we was going to do a test to see if they could figure out which donut was which and which was the best. Let's see, our
what
Krispy
juice-
Kreme guy that comes to work, he swears up and down that Krispy Kreme would win. I said,
No.
I don't think he would.
I think Shipley's is pretty good.
actually, Kroger's donuts aren't so bad.
Yeah,
The-
Kroger's are
the
pretty good.
ones,
Shipley's are amazing. So.
Shipley's are good.
Hey, we're getting off topic here. I want to get back to business.
I personally know a bounty hunter. If that helps you out any with all that.
Who?
I can't say his name on air.
You're a bounty hunter? Are you really?
Yeah.
I'd get away. Jeez.
you would get away, or you.
Yeah, he'd get away all right down to the county jail.
We've seen him get away
Well,
from
I don't know
it.
if you got any. I don't know if you have any cuffs to fit around those.
Oh, I got
wrists.
2 sets for big men like him.
We've
So
seen him get away from Dewey and Matt, didn't we?
so you three, I guess, are what's the decision here about the battle royal?
Oh, I have no
Because
say in it. I have a say, but they don't care what I say.
I mean, who does? Really? Who
Why
does?
not?
Yeah.
Shenanigans.
Because if y'all want the roof to come off that place, I think you should let that when I win the battle royal, if I'm in it,
But
you
say,
hold your-
if you win it,
be quiet, daddy's talking.
I doubt it.
So if I just think
He's
you know,
not your daddy.
Actually,
know?
I'm old enough to be his daddy.
you probably are. Hence is why I'd get away from you, bounty hunter.
Yeah, he can get away all right when I tase his big ass and watch him fall.
What are we doing here?
I don't know. I'm sitting back and I'm enjoying this.
And it,
Rashid, you're in the middle of all.
You know how many times I get away? I do. Yeah. You can get away all right. Let's see how far you get when I drop you, big butt. with
Do you know
50,000
you know that
folks
Mike
in that
Tyson
butt.
quote that says everybody's got a plan till they get punched in the mouth?
I always got a plan. After I get punched.
I don't have
Look at
any
these
plans
people.
at all.
Yeah, you just sit there.
My plans are to keep my mouth
Well,
unpunched.
you look like a Christmas cookie. Oh, not that
But we-
kind.
Back to my donut thing. We were going to do a donut challenge to see if Rico could figure out which donut was which. See, we were one time going to have,
Excuse me. I think Becca's at the door.
huh?
I think she just knocked at the door.
Who?
Mrs. Thorne.
Nah, she's still on here.
She can be on there out at the door.
She can't text and drive at the same time. I was like, well, I mean, she should be texting and driving at the same time. She is. I'm gonna tell Rico so he can pull her over.
He's not Sumner, so you're
Oh, that's true.
Hey, one match I do want to. I think the Cooter Mike Cobb match is gonna be pretty good.
Oh yeah.
They're seasoned vets. They hey, I made both of these. I didn't know you had that one. I made both of these. Little kayfabe graphics shout out, but that Cobb and Cooter match will be pretty good.
They actually wrestled at
Oh, a year ago.
No,
they
wrestled one of the last shows.
yeah they wrestled the
It
last
was
year, but-
October or
This is their
September.
anniversary
But-
match at RWF.
but they wrestled each other last year at Boogie Woogie Boys retirement show, and I showed that match last week, and I was thinking, boy, it's hard to believe it's been a year, you know.
Who did Gary Valiant wrestle that night? I can't remember.
His last match.
Yeah.
Oh, I do want to bring up
Who was
Sharp Wrist Man Lawrence will be wrestling his last two matches this coming Saturday, Friday and Saturday. What are you talking about?
Whoever Boogie wrestled in his last match.
Didn't he wrestle
Was it?
Yeah.
Sharp Wrist Man? Yeah.
It
Who
was.
do you think got won the title?
He asked that
Yeah.
3 minutes ago. Did you fall asleep over there or something?
Nobody listens to.
I brought up Sharp Wrist Man because this coming weekend is his last two matches. Friday night he will be wrestling at SC. Is it SCW? Or it's at the Gypsy Joe Arena where
Oh, that's SWF.
SWF. He'll be wrestling at SWF in a tag team match. And it's going to be fans bring the weapons match, and the losing team has to eat dog food. It's 2 out of 3 falls, and it's going to be
They're the
Sharp
Mad
Wrist Men
Dogs or
taking on the
Dogs.
Wild Wolves.
Wild Wolves, yeah.
So
They're
they-
good.
They might have
Poncho
already
and
eaten dog
Mikey.
food before, so. But I will not be able to make it Friday or Saturday to see either of his last two matches. I've got basketball tournaments to announce this weekend if I have a voice.
If you are interested in seeing one of Sharp Wrist Man's last two matches, you'll just go to Rusty's wrestling page. I've got them listed there. The programs where you can see where they're at.
But Friday
Who's
night he's at Gypsy Joe Arena, which is in Tullahoma, Tennessee. We've been there to see a few shows. Then Saturday, which will be his final match, he's taking on Mikey Dunn, and that is at what wrestling promotion is that?
CHW. That's the one that's up in like
Is it Pulaski?
Ashland City, yeah.
Ashland City.
Yeah.
That will be his retirement match. I hate to see him go. I wish he would stick around for one more week, but
He's a good guy, man. I like him. He's
I
had a-
liked everything about him except that he couldn't
yeah.
extend his retirement one more. But I
didn't think-
understand.
I didn't think he was that old.
well,
I mean, we watched him when he was a teenager. Though I've got videotape of him when he was a
He
and we're that
dark
old,
hair.
and we were grown men. So.
he's around like no offense. He's around like 83.
Oh, so he's older than me.
He's
I'm
older.
not near that old.
Look at
He's
that one
older
down
than
there.
Rusty too, huh?
Well, he's wrestled for
He's almost as old
35
as Black Thor.
he's wrestled for 35 years, and I
Okay, I might have some age on me, but just like you know,
I know.
and big man will find out. I'm one of the quickest in the ring.
Scott, you know that Scott Hall thing? He's like, ooh.
You can do the wrestling, but you can do whatever else needs to be done to win a match.
Now I'm gonna be honest with you. Thorne started out later in life as wrestling.
Well,
He wasn't one of those young guys that started when he was 18, 19 years old.
I did too. I started
So-
like,
You did? But I think some of these guys that do start later become better wrestlers at times because some of these young guys kind of get in their head that
Well, part of the
You
reason
know.
is they put the young guys in there too early,
I agree with that.
and sometimes just like you take a high school basketball player and put him in the pros. If you're not LeBron James or somebody like that, you're not going to do anything. Or they make them stay in college and football so long because they're just not physically. Look how we saw Matt Corbin grow. He
Yeah.
started out weighing
yeah, you
90
can't
pounds.
just throw the young people in here. I mean, it's not a Diddy party. I mean, it's
Did you see how he slid that in there? My bad.
but
Try gonna get subpoenaed.
yeah, we're gonna
So get what?
we're gonna be
Subpoenaed,
we're gonna be canceled now.
Yeah.
No.
So,
But
but there again, Thorne was already into mixed martial arts and things. Those
let's
type
see,
of things.
we were in AWF wrestling back in 2004. I had a young wrestler wrestling for us, and he did not want to lose a match because he thought it made him look weak. And I'm like,
I love those guys.
like, dude,
And he was a great wrestler.
He was a great
Kevin
wrestler.
Dunn was a great wrestler.
I wasn't going to use the name.
I mean, he was one of the best that came through.
Jeez. Thank you guys for joining in tonight.
We'll see y'all next
Yeah.
time
No, he was.
on the Rico and
I've said this. I said this for a long time, and you can write a book for excuses or just things that are said on the business side of things. As I don't want to lose. Oh, I didn't show up this week because I didn't see myself on the flyer. That's the one I hear all the time. I'm like,
Yeah.
what? You're the champion. What do you didn't know you were booked here? Like, just it's hilarious with people. But there's a bad thing right now on the independent level, and I think in the last year or two it's gotten a little better. But so many promotions out there are putting people in the ring just because they need a body, and you can't do that because people are going to get hurt.
So why are we putting him in the ring then?
well, because he's a big man and I'm scared of him.
Dude,
No offense.
After all,
He's
Dewey
just-
beat him.
my gosh.
Oh, did you hear that? Rusty just talked smack.
If I
And you
valued
should have beat both of them.
if I
But
valued
White Knight's over
Rusty's
here.
opinion, I would accept it, but he's irrelevant to me.
But yeah, like you said, I've recently been to a show where I've seen a match where really can't air the match because the wrestlers were not.
I
good
was
enough to-
requested, when we filmed last,
Don't bring it, Rusty.
in a
Stop
recent
telling
time.
it.
I was requested by the promoter and please do. He even said, please don't air that match. Why? You did great. Don't
Well,
air.
now we know who it is because we know who the promoter is and who he
I didn't say anything. I didn't say where it was at.
Well,
He said, please don't air that match.
look, I'll be honest.
A lot of
Even
places did that.
there are times when like it's hard to say like you should or you shouldn't put that person in there. There were times because of my size, you go in there and do this, go in there and do whatever. But I can honestly say there were probably at times I shouldn't have been in there for safety reasons. But I knew what I was doing. But that doesn't necessarily, just because you know what you're doing, doesn't correlate over to doing what you need to be doing. Safety is a big thing in there, man. And but people think walking through the curtain, that's all they want to do. I know I can do that. Well, or my favorite one is that's fake. Really? Let me show you this scar. That's not fake. I had knee surgery this year. That's not fake.
Power bomb you butt
Oh, yeah,
one
looks
time
like-
in that ring and
let's-
see how fake it
Let's
is.
Well,
don't
here's the
look
thing.
at Thorne's knee, but let's look at
I've
Thorne's knee
I've
and
heard
let's
of
pick
people
that
talking about,
apart.
anybody can do that. That's it.
Yeah.
And then they get on run the ropes and they get bruises on the ribs from running the ropes. So
Well,
I go, oh,
but
those are not as soft as I thought they were.
They take.
I know this is
one
one
series
thing.
of chops, and they're
I know
through.
this. We've disagreed all night, but I know this is one thing he'll agree with me on. If it's fake, then get in there with me, and we'll see if it's fake.
Oh yeah.
I agree with that.
Well,
And the
one
worst-
backdrop is equivalent to being rear-ended in a car going 30 miles an
30,
hour.
yeah, that's what they say. A bump.
And maybe it's according who's doing it. Could be-
Depends on how tall the guy is. It could be 60 impact.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah, or who it is. When you
Hey,
put
can
that
this be an
spear on 'em-
extended show?
Huh?
Can this be an extended show?
Yeah, we can go as far as we.
Okay, good. I want to go till 9. I like talking to you guys. Well, one of you.
Well, thank you. You
But
like
now-
talking to one of us.
And one thing too is like you'll have some guys come in and say that they've been trained by so and so people, and then you ask them, what you ask the person that they said they're like, I have no idea who
His
this
name
is.
was Chris.
But
He-
Good Lord.
He was
What are
a
we doing?
hardcore kid.
Well,
He
we
did
don't
that
mind talking about this
He
kid
did it
because
3 or 4 times, and he said that to Biff.
he said James.
No wonder they
did
don't
he say
want you
James
running.
Storm? Did he say James Storm or
Yeah,
who?
James,
Or somebody like that in
Cowboy
Nashville?
James, the other one. This James Storm's partner.
Um,
The
Chris
one
Harris?
still wrestling.
Who?
With his partner. He
um,
still wrestles a lot. He's the big muscle guy.
You're talking about Bobby Roode?
No, Bobby Roode is tag and Chris Harris.
No, we're
That
talking.
one, yeah, I may have it
He's talking
wrong.
about when he's in.
Anyway, he named 2 or 3 people that trained him.
Yeah.
He tells Lee Byford that I was trained by so and so. Well, okay, so Lee
Well,
wrestled him.
let's go back to our AWF first. He comes in AWF, and they did some training with him, and he did a few good things. Then they realized that he really couldn't work, and
He could
I was
do
probably
some
on the
moves.
wrong letting him get in the ring. But I listened to the guys that were true doing the training. They're like, "Hey, he's good enough to."
I watched
I
it.
put him in the
He
ring.
did the arm drag takedown. and
3 weeks in,
things like
his
that.
mama's over there crying because they whipped him with a belt.
I thought that was the first night he was.
No,
there.
that was like the second or third week.
Who whipped him?
Richard Lowe and
Otis Bass.
Otis Bass. But it's because he didn't know what he was doing in the ring.
And Otis and Richard did.
Yeah.
And then Otis
And-
kicked you in the head too. I like
Yeah,
that night.
but
You'd like to do that.
Well, I will have to say I agree. You know, you got a lot of these young guys that are coming into this business. Yeah, they
Make
can
sure you
do
put
a
your-
Hurricanrana or Shooting Star Express. Don't get me wrong. I've seen some of these guys do that.
I've seen some mature people do that.
But at the same time, they can't even give a hip toss and arm drag.
looks like this guy, he did a good swanton, but the problem is when he did it during a match, he missed. So he gets up, tries to do it again, misses the second time. Then
And
he
he-
tries to get him to do it the third time. I'm like, what are y'all doing?
Kayfabe alert, and he wasn't supposed to miss. Like Matt Starr last Friday night had this beautiful moonsault off the top rope. I mean, it's textbook, but nobody was home. But it was still a beautiful move, and he took it. It was great.
I love to. I got
You
a
do a
really.
hurricane run or a moonsault, don't you? Or half?
I did one and blew my knee out. I had to have surgery on it.
Oh, don't do
I got a
another one.
video of it. No, I gotta really be careful because I'm big on kayfabe. I really am. I gotta be careful how I word this, but I love to help, and a lot of times, like he was mentioning, these people want to do this and that, and there's a very, very valuable quote in professional wrestling, whether it's TV, whether it's independent or less is more. Why would you? Why, if you're telling a story out there, why would you give them the entire pizza? Why would you give them the entire slice of pie when they're, when they just want a little bit? Let them smell a little bit. Let them taste a little bit. Next time, let them see a little bit. And, geez, donuts over here. But you know what I mean? So nobody knows how to. That's probably one of my favorite. One of my strongest attributes I think I'm good at is telling a good story and getting people involved and invested in what we're doing. But going out there and doing a hurricanrana and a springboard cutter that everybody is doing nowadays doesn't do nothing. It looks cool, but that's it.
He's like
be
Landon
different.
Bradley and create stuff.
Oh man, I don't know him. Drew Weatherby's up there for me of like the most improved wrestlers I've seen in the last year.
Drew, he's got to be the
Um,
rookie of the year.
He's
Wherever's
just
out.
come out of nowhere and like, but Landon, man, he just is, and he wants it. That's he's humbled about it. He's willing to work anybody. He's willing to do what is told. That's a big thing. But yeah, them two are. And Drew was watching earlier. Oh, Zach's watching.
But now we go back to Chris, the guy we were talking about. So a few years
Hardcore
later,
kid.
we go to a show. We've never been to their show. I just they'd asked me to come out to visit sometime.
His
Well,
McGregor show. Let's just
yeah.
tell everybody.
but I'm trying to think of
Daddy Mac.
TAPW. TAPW. They were back then. They were like in McMinnville or somewhere.
That's
Remember.
my home. Be careful.
Went
But,
to Middle.
But we went out there to do video for him, and Byford was back there, and I see the guy licking his face.
I mean, like a
this guy,
snake.
Chris, like his tongue's going everywhere. And I'm like,
It's-
he's, hey, how you doing? I'm like, who is this guy? I'm trying to figure out who he is.
He
I
had
finally
these-
pictured because he had hair before and he had no hair this time.
He had these odd, I guess they were contact.
What was his name?
Was it? Just
'Cause
Chris something.
I've been there for about 8 years.
It was
Oh, this is
before
wild.
you wrestled, like a few years. So I was like,
This might have been before
and then they
Black
told me,
Thorn was
and
wrestling.
I was like, I never realized who he
I've
was.
been in about 15, 20 years. And
About 20 years
20.
now.
Little bitty guy, real short.
No,
Oh.
he's. But
taller than me and
Chris, I
Bigger
can't
than
think
me.
of his last name now. Big Papa used to tell me what his last name was, but Big Papa's passed away now. I can't. But
God rest his soul.
so he's back there, and I figure out who he is, and I'm like, "Hey, y'all didn't book this guy to wrestle, did you?" They're like, "Yeah." I'm like, "Dude, no. That's why he's been trained by so and so." I'm like, "No, he hasn't.
No, he had.
He has not been trained." I said, "This dude cannot wrestle. What are y'all going to do?" They're like, "Oh, are you serious?" I said, "I'm serious. He is not." I said, "Call what's him, ask him if he's trained him." So they called him, and they told him no, he hadn't.
And Daddy Mac, his
Yeah, I
eyes
forgot
just
who
lit
it
up
is to
then.
train.
Oh,
So-
that is
So when they got
that is a buffet to that man.
when they
He,
got in the ring, they decided, hey, he's going to get in the ring. His partner wasn't going to get tagged in. They wasn't going to let him get a tag. So they're whooping him and get him outside the ring, start chopping him. He wet his pants outside the ring,
oh man, this. Oh, I know exactly what you're talking about now. It's
and then he went running out of the front door of the building, and he went running down the highway, and he was pulling his boots off down the highway, and they picked him up. They picked him up, and brought him back.
Zach. If you're still watching, text Greg that and ask him who did that because it's
Not Daniel, Gregory McDaniel. He was a teenager or young teenager, I think. Anyway, he found him and brought him back.
Yeah, they
And-
brought him back,
And
and when he brought him back, Byford was about ready to kill him.
I was standing.
ain't no about
behind
to.
him, And he
Our
drew
Byford's
back, and I almost hit me. And I
And this
thought,
was a
oh, no,
young
he's going to die.
Yeah.
And Lee kept, when he tells the story, he just said,
So Lee was when Lee was younger, he was a bigger guy than what he is now.
Yeah.
"Yeah, he's 4 years old."
But like a few days later, I'm listening to 104.5 The Zone Radio.
Oh, they brought this up.
Yes, they
No
brought it up.
way.
Talked about. They said a story out of I think it was McMinnville where we were at.
I believe it's Clay
Was it-
Travis.
No, it was McMinnville because they
But
used
I
to run
think
a
it's
thing
Clay
called the
Travis. I
Cheese
think
Factory.
it's Clay
and,
Travis
yeah,
that brought it up.
that's hilarious.
But there was a wrestling show where
Oh, they talked all about it. I think they even said where it was at the time, but it was because I was listening to it live when they said it just by chance. If I could have a kayfabe alert moment here, okay, I understand why you put young guys or old guys or people that aren't trained. You need somebody they've been trying to train for wanting to wrestle, and really the best way to learn. Once again, I'm not a wrestler, but I've got a lot of friends that are. I think the best way you learn is you get in and you do it because you got to have to learn how to work, and you got to learn how to work the crowd.
No, you just don't get in and do it. You got to be trained.
Oh yeah, I was about to say I
agree.
disagree with that.
Wait, I'm not through yet.
All right.
But when you,
You throw any slow Joe in the damn ring, he's gonna get hurt.
well, I'm not saying you should do that, but it happens. We see it happen just about everywhere you go. So at one time or another, but I know we try not to do that. But you get somebody in there. But if you know they haven't been trained, then once again, kayfabe alert, take care of them. Don't.
No, if they
Uh-uh.
haven't been trained
No,
properly, they don't belong in that ring.
Yeah, I
period.
disagree.
But if you put them in there,
It doesn't matter. If I put them in there,
you're not going to put them in there if they're not ready. But
if I put them in there, there's a reason, and it's not.
I got a scenario for it. So I didn't mean to
y'all-
interrupt.
I don't think y'all understand what I'm saying.
Oh, I 100% do. I promise. But I'm gonna give you a scenario. Just
I'm
like
saying both ways.
no, let's say Rico, because Rico will see where I'm coming from. You're an untrained police officer, and you go out there and you get somebody hurt because you're untrained. I'm not saying
I
that
agree.
that's what we're trying to say. If you say, hey, I'm trained and Daddy Mac trained me and Gregory McDaniel trained me and LBK trained me, because these are guys that did train me.
Yeah.
And David Knox helped me out. All these guys have helped me in the 8 years I've been here. I've constantly been trained. You're going to constantly get better. But when you say, hey, I've been trained by this person, okay, well, then I believe you to a certain extent. Let me know what you can do. But I'm not going to let you body slam me if you're not trained, because I could break my neck. That's what we're trying to get at. And whenever somebody lies about that and you put my shoot future, my personal future at a risk, I got a problem with that. And there are promotions that will like, hey, go in there and handle business, because those people when you lie about it, you're just lying about it to fit in.
And you make the show look bad.
Exactly. And you make, if I get in there, I've always had this rule with people that are really green. If I go in, we go in there and kayfabe this, sorry, but if you mess up or you do something wrong, I'm immediately going to the finish and we're getting out. You're not going to make me look bad. I'm not going to make you look any more bad. And we're going to go home. And you learn from that. But people that lie and are not trained are very, very dangerous people.
I wasn't talking about the line. I was talking about it's a guy who's been, or girl, guy's been training, but he's not ready, but yet the promoter puts him in that night. Well, let's don't.
That's a different scenario.
Let's don't punish this guy because you put him in there you knew he didn't.
100%. That should be a squash match.
Yeah, I'd agree with that, but not to the point to hurt him because he don't know how to do anything.
No.
Though there again, he's more likely to get hurt because he don't know how to do anything. Okay, I'm sorry.
Sorry, we got off. Yeah.
The very
Yeah, I know
first
you
match,
guys don't-
No, you're good. You're good.
About
the very
all that
first
stuff.
match that I was ever involved with as a referee, it was Dirty White Boy in Bethpage, Tennessee, and he was wrestling somebody
He
that
could be a
said that
mean
they were
man.
trained and they were not trained. They were under a mask. I don't know what the guy looked like. I don't know what kind of scared face he had on him, but he would not. I would keep counting the two, and he'd pull him back up, and he was wearing them out. He was beating the living daylights out of him.
Well, he's
I
one of
could
those,
hear the guy playing, please, 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 can we take it home, please? And it lasted for a good while. And I was just like 1, 2, and he's like, "Don't count it."
There's a respect level when you're in the ring, when you're not in the ring, but that's what it is. It's a respect thing. And a lot of guys out there take that very serious. I take it very serious. No one is bigger than the show. No one is more important than a fan. Because if we don't have fans, we can't do what we do and enjoy, have a good time doing what we do. But at the end of the day, I'm not, a lot of people use this term, but we treat this locker room almost like the mafia. Well, I know it's funny, but it's the truth.
not. You're the
This is-
godfather of destruction.
That's right. But this is our thing. And if we let you in here and then you go out there and make us look like like a circus act, that's a problem. And there's a time and a place to, hey man, but if somebody's training, like what you said, and it's time to get out there and get the butterflies out of the situation, yeah, go out there, have a squash. This is what you learn on, sell better here, do this.
I've
that.
seen them
Oh.
get punished, and I just don't like
Listen,
when they don't deserve it.
I've never seen somebody get the
I had
crap
that
beat out of
hours.
them and they didn't deserve it. It's never happened.
Yeah,
Let's just go in here and take our
you're
liberties on this
probably
guy.
right. You're probably
Every time it's happened, it
because I don't
was
see
deserved.
everything you might say. Well, on that, you're supposed to ask permission before you even enter a locker room.
Oh, don't get me started on that.
Correct. I think you do that even if you know. The
Oh yeah,
people.
well, it's like when we went to PWA, we just didn't go walking in the dressing room and like
I still
and
ask.
But Matt
And
Stark
Matt
comes to us and
Stowman,
say, "Hey,
you do anything
y'all
you
part
want
of the
to.
show. You go back and get the card. You do whatever
I ask somebody because Matt's not always available or his other
Of course,
bookers.
usually when we go
So
somewhere,
you to go back and
we have been invited to several locker rooms that I don't even go back into because I'm like, yeah.
I only want to if there's somebody the wrestlers I want to.
Well, like
I
the
know.
big man said, there's a certain level of respect that us veterans carry. It does for each other, promoters, other show, crowd. You have to carry that respect of level. Otherwise, what's the point?
Yeah.
Have you guys ever been in the ring with like Daddy Mac and Greg? You've seen Greg wrestle, but have you
Oh yeah, we've watched them a lot,
Okay.
but I've not been in the ring with him, of course,
think of
because I wouldn't
training?
be here.
Think of going through training with them too. And it's a respect thing. And the very first thing I was ever told before I ever got in the ring, before anything, it was two things. One, I'm not going to say because we're on TV and it involves locker room etiquette. And two is you wipe those feet off before you get in the ring.
Oh yeah. You see me do that every time I get in the ring.
It's a respect
Pronounce.
thing. But Daddy Mac, it's almost like he put the fear of God in me, but that's how serious he took it because it's a respect thing. But he's also putting his name if I go somewhere. And if I say, "Hey, Daddy Mac, train me," and then I go out there and act like a fool, and I'm hurting somebody, it makes it. That's just like a reference for a job. If I put you down for a reference, and people are like, Rusty, we're not hiring you. But that's just how it is. I don't want to get too off topic about because I don't like that. Like I said, I really try to protect
Actually,
that.
I've
But
got some people booked.
no, I ain't worried about you. But
Okay.
hey, you were talking about TAP. Can I plug the TAP show this Saturday? You care if I plug it real fast?
Yeah, go ahead.
Just real quick.
Somebody's mic went bad for a second, but yours is good.
I don't have that.
Okay. How do you know that?
Mike is bad?
How do you know the mics are bad?
Well, it just
Oh, you
went
can hear
like
it?
crazy.
Test.
I'm trying to find out.
Let's see if yours is on.
This is on.
Okay.
I'm trying to find out.
Okay, I think it just must have been a glitch.
I'm trying to find out who
Tap
peed their pants and run down the road. I texted Rich.
Hmm.
TAP, we have the biggest show of the year this Saturday night, Morrison Mayhem. I can't go into too much detail of what's going to happen, but I can tell you that every single match is going to be some kind of a match, like fans bring a weapons match, dollar collar match. Every match is going to have some kind of stipulation, 3 stages of hell match. There's going to be some returns of some people that hasn't been there in a long time. So that's going to be interesting. But I think the best match of the night, in my opinion, is going to be Sean Hurley versus Gregory McDaniel in a ladder match. And Gregory McDaniel has put his heritage title on the line. And here's the stipulation to this. He's never lost that belt. And we put it into play 3 years ago.
Gregory.
He's never been pinned for that belt in 3 years. Not the heavyweight belt, the heritage title. The heavyweight belt right now is on Juggernaut, who is, good Lord. He spears people, they disappear.
It's like being speared by the
So-
horn.
I'm tagged up with Juggernaut.
Juggernaut is in a barbed wire match with Biff and Zach Austin, which that's crazy. More power to them.
There's gonna be some blood there.
Oh man, it's the
Sweat
biggest
and
show.
tears.
Our I guess you can call it a little social media team has done a lot of really cool videos and like hype videos to get ready for the show, and they're unbelievable, man. This guy that's been doing it's crazy how good they are. So, but yeah, there's going to be a return of somebody there, and I think it'll be really neat. So, a good show to come out to Saturday night.
Return of Malachi.
No,
Okay. You're not gonna be there.
no.
Oh, okay.
I was killed off
I'll
2
be
weeks
right
ago.
back.
They killed you.
No.
Okay.
Next subject. Let's get back to RWF for that.
Tim, this Friday night is the PWF's Christmas
PW.
show.
PWA.
PWA, I'm sorry, but it's special because of Honcho Hensley's brother has cancer,
Mhm.
and it's a benefit show.
Yeah.
And my understanding at benefit shows, everybody donates their talent and
All
whatever.
proceeds go to the family. Yeah. Usually. Yeah. That's usually how it is.
And
There's a correction in this, by the way. I saw it actually as I was driving here that Honcho and Matt were going to be in a cage match, but I guess some stipulations happened where that's not going to be a cage match now. It's going to be a Friends Bring a Weapons match.
Oh, okay.
Fans. I think I said friends. Fans Bring a Weapons match.
but anyway, it's his brother has
I'm
cancer,
guessing
and
we're
it's
gonna have
all
Chris Michaels.
Chris Michael's supposed to be
I
there.
saw Chris Michaels. He didn't see me. I saw him. I was
That's
in Franklin, Kentucky last Sunday.
That's a cool flyer.
I went into Bill's in Franklin, Kentucky. He was in there shopping.
I think it's where he lives up there.
Yeah, he lives
Yeah.
in Franklin.
Yeah, but
Crazy
everybody-
Steve, Plunky.
Plunkett's going to be there.
Plunky's so good, man.
All the
Oh, my
regulars will be
God.
there too. Oh yeah, he is good. We saw
You
him
know,
when he was 16.
He was a rookie when he wrestled for us in AWF. He
Really?
was just out of training.
Man, he's so good.
Talking about Jeremiah.
Man.
He went by JP something back then.
I'll tell you the 3 people that I love, like just talking psychology with, is Gregory. He always has a different look at something. I go, it's simple too. Like I didn't think of it that way. Gregory Manu. The next one would be Plunky. I love talking wrestling with Plunky because he just knows. But the biggest one of all, who's, those people that are really, really smart and something, they're called savants. I think he's a savant when it comes to pro wrestling. And it's Kerry Awful. His brain for this business is unreal.
He is awful.
That was the worst joke ever.
He is awful. I love it.
That was worse than your
Example,
jacket. No. Seriously, his Kerry Awful's unbelievable.
Now, another one you want to throw names up in there is I got one that I've learned a lot from through the years. I've learned, from a lot of these veterans. I can go on and on with a list name of them, but you know, one of the ones that definitely pops in my head on top that I've learned from is Loose Cannon.
He was an SWA. He's done other things. SWA.
He owned
Raised in
Overdrive
it.
Wrestling. Did the show.
And
in
you're
Nashville.
right.
Overdrive Pro Wrestling.
He has
takes
a,
his-
he
He
has
owns
a
the ring
mind.
that they use for who?
Very
Who
smart.
rents the ring from him? Is it TNA?
Yeah,
TNA
TNA.
rents his ring.
He has a mind from it. It did from 14 up. You know, he's
I got a
always-
funny story that I'll tell y'all off camera about Overdrive. It's not about the show. It's a person. I think it's Overdrive, or is it Revolver? Was that a show?
I'm not sure. Overdrive was one we did in Nashville.
We,
About to
yeah, we
say,
I think it was in
told
Nashville.
stories about
Overdrive Pro
Overdrive
Wrestling.
there.
I got a funny
One of
story
the
I'll tell
last
y'all.
shows done it in Nashville.
I'll tell you off camera
Yeah, I
because
have
it's
to tell you about
hilarious.
Overdrive and me and Ryback.
I can't stand that guy.
He almost got a beat down.
Hey, did you guys know I was
Me.
I was trained by Andre the Giant and
You were?
yeah, Freddie Blassie, not the ref, and I love that. I love that guy.
Who was?
Me. You know, we were talking earlier about people saying they're trained.
Oh
by,
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, I was trained
I
by
was gonna say.
Thorn,
Oh,
and
Andre was dead by the time you trained.
yeah.
yeah.
Hey, be careful. That's a goat. That's a goat. It's the greatest of all time.
When it comes to, you know, the psychology of the business, Loose Cannon is definitely one I'll throw up there along with Boogie Woogie Boy. Like I said, there's a long list of veterans that I've learned from.
And off the air, I will tell you somebody that you never want to do business with as far as running a show. Great wrestler.
Does it rhyme with Dusty?
We
No, not Rusty.
we've told that on air, but don't. Yeah.
No, don't. Let's not go there. I don't want to get sued. I've had a rough day.
Let's see. One guy that I like, you might disagree. It's not exactly what you're saying. But he's always stood out to me since the first time I saw him is Desperado. There's just something he can.
I got a great
Well, I
match with
know,
him.
you know, there's some kind of, he puts on the show. He brings the show and gives and takes, and somebody's usually going to get hurt. Like that was my moniker for him. But I've always liked to watch him
Let's
work.
see.
And once again, he's not going to do some of the finesse
What's
things that you
Daddy
might
Mac's
do, but he's
cousin's
tough as
name?
nails.
Prime time.
That's not his cousin. That's his best friend.
Oh, his best friend. I
Yeah.
thought they were related.
I got a funny story
It's
about all
his
them
wrestling
guys.
They were a
cousin.
tag team years ago.
They used to
But
say cousin.
when I ran AWF, Primetime was my commissioner.
Oh God, that guy.
and Rocky.
He's-
Rocky was a young.
Rocky,
Yeah,
yeah.
about Rocky then.
Oh,
I guess you heard that, didn't you?
So is that?
Yeah.
I
your
got a
wife called?
very, very funny story about Primetime. I had to do.
No, that's what she usually
He's the
has.
only person to ever make me, when I used to wear a mask as Malachi, he's the only person to ever make me laugh so hard that when I like under my mask, and when I laughed, I spit. and it came
Honestly,
through my
don't know,
mask.
woman. You want to come over and take care of Tim Miner? You can come on.
Uh-oh. We got drama on that end. Is she wanting to be in the Battle Royal?
She said she'd be in the Battle Royal 1-on-1 with Tim Miner.
No.
How's she going to be? Oh, I about said something bad on this.
Hey, she's called the Banshee for a reason.
So what did he do to make you laugh so hard?
Oh, so he was I was supposed to do something to him, right? And I walked around under my mask and I walked around and I was like, where's he at? And I'm looking half the y'all know how big of a goofball I am and
Excuse me, who were you wrestling?
Primetime.
Probably.
No, we were in a big old like just schmodge and stuff, but I had to do something to Primetime, take him out. And I'm looking, I can't find him. And everybody knows this story down at Tap. And I look and I see him under the ring and all his face is just barely in the curtain like this. And I hear him, Malachi! And I was like, I just looked at him. He goes, I can't do it, brother. I can't do it. And then he rolled back under the ring. And I was like, nothing happened to him. He just didn't want to do this thing we had to do. So
Didn't want you to.
this is what Primetime's so daggum goofy. I did a promo with him one time and I was punching him and I actually punched him in the jaw and knocked him out. I felt terrible about it.
Yeah, I bet you did.
I did.
Was that paybacks for when he rolled under the
He's
ring
just-
and wouldn't come
He's a
out?
cool dude. He's funny. He looks
Oh,
great,
yeah.
man. He's
A
also a
few
lot of
weeks
weight.
ago on our
He
live
could
stream,
wrestle too.
I had a match.
Well, I've seen him when he's wrestled. He did wrestle. He was
A
all
few
right.
weeks. If you go back to a few weeks ago's live stream,
He was wrestling with Daddy
love
Mac,
Primetime.
so that might have helped.
Yeah.
if you go back to a few weeks ago on our live stream, I show some AWF action where I get on to them and tell them I'm going to fire them. You see Dewey Barnes, a young Dewey Barnes,
About 14,
running into
15.
the ring just to help me. It was like cleaning up the ring or whatever.
Yeah.
But I get in the face
And Big
of
Papa
prime
was
time.
there.
And
Yeah.
Looks like me and Luke wrestling on this video game he's playing.
Yeah. You putting him in a coffin.
What else about this? I want to keep talking about this RWF show because it's loaded, to my opinion. It's like the tap show Saturday night.
Well, like I said, you win your match, stay out of the battle royal, and I will win mine.
So your tag team partner, allegedly.
well, let's just go over some of the
be in it.
names of
Rock
people
Dog.
that are playing for the Battle Royal.
And if Austin
Hey.
Cruz, your
Yeah,
Rock
former
Dog.
tag team partner, that
Over the top,
that could be a help to you. or a
Blackthorn,
over the top,
Colton Chris,
definitely over the top.
JDV,
Idiot.
hindrance. You got to catch JDV.
JDV,
If you can catch him, you can throw him over the
he'll
top.
run for me, I promise.
Mike
That's- you
Cobb,
won't catch him.
Cobb, I respect.
D'Amico Graves,
I like D'Amico. He's my boy.
Classic Man,
Who's that?
He's over the top.
David Matthews.
David Matthews.
I'll let you
Uh,
handle
Is David Matthews the singer? Dave Matthews?
No, he's
No, he was the
He
women's
was the
champion.
Oh, I know who he is.
Carnage.
Oh,
The
big guys.
we'll need a forklift for that one.
Carnage Michael is going to be there this time. He wasn't planning on being there.
You could
before.
blow at him and he'll
Here's
go.
the key thing. It doesn't matter. No disrespect
Luke,
on how big
Rusty.
they are. Because if you really know me and you know my past, I'm putting Rockhead over the top rope. I'm
400
putting
pounds.
Snowman over the top rope. I've even put Desperado, which Desperado's short. So I
But
had to
he's a
kind of
big- but he's
get a
a
little
big
bit
boy.
more oomph with his getting him over the top rope. So it doesn't matter
fact,
the
yeah.
size of the man. It's going to be the fight. And I promise you, the old Blackthorn is going to be in that battle royal.
Well, now I have seen you thrown out and come back in without hitting the ground, like grabbing the ropes and twirling back in. Something you got to watch JDV. When you throw him out, get ready to smack him the second time because he's going to be coming back through the ropes or over the. So
also,
Literally, JDV, I'm not worried about.
also
You
someone
weren't
that's
worried
going to be
about
back in
Dewey.
action that night would be Austin Wright. Will be in action.
yay,
He's an underrated one. He's good.
sharp dressed man's son. Everybody knows that. Did him well.
Yes, Austin's really good.
This dude named Malachi is going to be there.
What a loser.
He's going to take on Dewey Barnes, former TNA
we already know who won that one
superstar.
right there.
He already said he was a loser. I can't believe you don't have more confidence in yourself for that.
I'm 100% confident. I already know what I'm doing.
Oh, okay. Good.
But it is going to
I
be a
believe
great
you'll
card of
win.
action. Anybody got any final thoughts?
I've
or-
got one thing about the Titans. Of course, they've replaced maybe two or three things. They've replaced Levis. He will not be. Hopefully, he won't be back for any time.
Rico, who do you think's going to battle royal?
But-
You want to see some Titans. You want to see some Titans.
Come out December
the
28th,
28th.
RWF. You're going to see the
RWA,
Titans.
Renegade Wrestling Federation. You're going to see some Titans in that ring.
This is true, but Tavondre Sweat, the big 350 or 370 pounder, according to who you look like, head on center, nose tackle. He picked up a fumble after hitting Joe Burrows, and he ran it for 30 yards, and nobody. He's just going down there running over everybody, stiff an arm that King Henry would love to have. It was just I just thoroughly. He hadn't done a whole lot this year that stood him out, but that did. I'm thinking you need to let him run the ball
Now, you didn't realize
On
that
the
these
goal
are
line.
real helmets right here?
like Refrigerator Perry.
Yeah, when I've watched you guys before, I ain't gonna lie, I didn't. These are legit. These are really cool. That's a cool collection.
He even has a green wave.
You got all 32.
Yeah, Gallatin Green Wave, or is it the
The Green Bay
Packers?
Packers.
Yeah, right.
They look just alike.
My opinion about the Titans, real fast. It don't matter what they do until they get an offensive line. Nothing will ever change. You
You
can-
like they always
I
do.
agree.
in the
They will.
playoffs.
You can have Peyton Manning, Tom Brady, a primetime Aaron Rodgers, anybody back there. It does not matter until you can protect them Nobody. Why do you think Ryan Tannehill did so good that year? He had the same stats that Patrick Mahomes did. Why? Because our offensive line that year was loaded.
Well, and then once again, they got rid of Ryan Tannehill, and everybody said, "Why would you?" Well, this is why he's better than either one of the options.
Well, we saved a lot of money getting rid. I mean, there was a money thing.
Did, but
I'm
you lost a lot of
49er fan.
games.
Well, we all it just shoulda, coulda, woulda. Now, we should have kept him because Will Levis has done terrible. We know that.
Well,
But
I said
yeah,
that
actually, Luke is a
before.
49er fan. That's actually the tree that he wanted to put up.
that tree's
He's
bigger.
over there shaking his head no.
And
Who helped him put that helmet on the top? Because he ain't big enough.
Oh,
I think they may need to look at the general manager.
Nah, I completely disagree. He's wonderful.
Hmm.
You got to remember
Did
what.
he get a right tackle? He even didn't even really get. He got a right tackle, made him a left tackle.
Look at his draft. He's had one of the highest draft grades from any GM in the league.
But
It's going to take him a
How many
minute.
games do they won?
Sorry, guys.
2 years. He's only been GM 2 years here. It's going to take a minute.
I don't think he was qualified. Anyway, and that's what it looked like
I
at
can't wait
the
to-
28th.
28th is going to be a great card of action. Dirty Santa match. Matt Stark and Sean Hoodrich.
I got like 25, 30 people coming.
Now, talking about the Dirty Santa match, please clarify that because I've had so many people ask me what the Dirty Santa match is.
Not
Well-
in the shower for 3
Well,
weeks.
after he cleans the toilets, he'll be dirty enough.
Watch
Well,
your mouth.
Santa's going to go to the bathroom and it's going to be dirty because you haven't cleaned the bathroom.
Like I said, watch your mouth.
No. Dirty Santa match is going to be gifts in the ring. There's going to be someone in each corner, some outside the ring, gift bags
He's an
or
idiot, Rico.
presents that they can open up, and it can either be a weapon in that bag or in that, as a present, or it can be something that's useless to them.
Could be a negligee.
Well, like I said, I just wanted you to clear
Could
that
be
up.
your mother's
Matt
bra.
Starr would look lovely
There's
in
a
it.
lot
Could be
of
my mother's
people
bra.
question the Dirty Santa match. So we need
But
to
you can use
clarify that.
use it might be you might open one present, it might be milk and cookies.
The Dirty Santa match is the main, right?
That's the championship between
Man,
Matt
you
and
never-
Goodrich.
You never know.
I look.
We might have a bow on you. You could be
Yeah, he gonna put a bow on you
That would be kind of a creative way to cash in my Battle Royal prize.
if you won.
I will guarantee that one weapon will be the snake,
Yeah. Never.
Sean Hoodrich snake.
Any final thoughts? My final thought is if you got a chance to get out to see Sharp Dressed Man in one of his last two matches, Friday night to Oklahoma, Saturday night in Ashland City, try to get out there.
Go Vols.
And when you're there, and Sean Hoodrich starts letting you take pictures of him and the snake, and charges you, which is all right. You've got other guys here that will let you take your picture with them, and probably not charge you. No offense to Sean, because I understand that's his thing, but go talk to the wrestlers, be with them, buy something from their souvenir table, follow them on Facebook or wherever their social media is. But they can't follow you, can they? Because you don't have a page.
It's under construction.
You've got another person, a friend of yours, that has a page, but is that only for people who are friends?
Has he been drinking?
Well, we question
You've
that a
just been
lot.
off the loop tonight.
You have another name other than Malachi.
Yeah.
That Malachi is your middle name, so you may not want everybody to know
Oh,
that.
I've been
Hey,
called a
you
lot
know
worse.
You know what kayfabe is?
Yeah, really.
I'm breaking it.
That's what I was like.
Oh,
Yeah.
I apologize.
Have you been trained?
No, that's why I don't need to be in the ring.
Right. Rico even says to cash in that night.
Nobody. Well, that's the reason we shouldn't do it. If he says it, and he'll
Anyways.
probably be.
Hey, I
that may
think
be-
it's a good idea. I have to agree with everybody else. I think if you win the battle royal, you should be able to cash in at any. You said at any time,
Yeah,
Or
Rico
any
decided
title.
to
You know
chime
what?
in here over the last few
anytime at
minutes.
any title. So
No lie though, I know I'm on this card and I can't wait because I already know what I'm doing. But the match of the night, if you were to ask me, I want to watch this. Wait, can you move your phone real quick? Sorry. Yeah. Oh, wait, where'd you have it? Oh, right here. The Landon Jason. That's a dope way to open up that show.
Oh yeah,
Oh yeah, feet don't touch the ground on
Yep.
that match. You don't know what they're going to do.
He
And Ryan, his little boy, and Cletus Bass will be.
Well, he
retiring.
fell off a ladder, so he
Oh.
broke his ankle or
So his
fractured
retirement
his
down the
ankle. I don't
line.
know what
When
he's
you
doing.
see somebody get the aha, this is how we, it's cool. It really is. And Landon has just been killing it.
Before we go, I couldn't help but to notice that somebody has tattoos, which I'm not criticizing. I sort of think that, where did you get your tattoos, Blackthorn?
You know where I got it. It's all over your Facebook. One of our promoters,
Well,
Our,
not sponsor.
sponsor. Sorry about that. Addiction Inc.
Yeah.
James Rowland and his bunch.
It's a very,
Yeah.
down on the square in Gallatin.
So
To check them
Oh,
out.
no, and
three
he
of y'all have
has,
tattoos.
he has opened another shop up in Westmoreland.
It's all on drive for me.
So there's two shops, one here in Gallatin and one up in Westmoreland. And we'll give you the best price, especially
So-
for Rush.
Where did you come from tonight?
Yeah, that's
Where do I live?
Yeah.
Murfreesboro.
once again, I
Oh,
went
okay.
in
That's not
back
bad,
when
though.
we were this summer.
I was going to get
Went
stuck
in and
traffic,
took
but,
pictures and got the tour, got a
Correct.
picture of you
I'll
sitting in
go
the
there.
chair. That'll be in our next
there-
wrestling newsletter.
Rebecca's-
too, your
I
picture
guess
there.
that's his wife, right?
But it's
She said Rebecca's his wife. She said do it that night.
I don't want to say shocked or
I guess
amazed,
the
but
pressure's been on me to allow it to be done that night. I guess that we'll open up to whoever wins can cash it in, but we're not going to make an extra match.
get all
It
those
doesn't have to be an extra match. It could be cash in
Yes!
right there.
get all those visions of old tattoo parlors and old movies out of your mind. This is just like going into a hair salon or something like that. Not feminine, but it was really
with
nice.
James Rowland and Addiction
It's
Inc.
like doctor stables and
you have one side is tattoo parlor, piercing, the whole 9 yards.
Mhm.
Okay. On the other side is a barber shop.
yeah.
that's cool.
And
That you get your hair cut, your beard trimmed.
and to me, the
all
whole
in one
place
shop.
looked
What if
more
you
like
don't
a
have
barber
hair?
shop.
You get a tattoo on top of
there's
it.
some hair.
Got it. I got hair now. It's called a tattoo.
Thorns.
Well, it is time for us to go. Let's get our production manager.
Did you see
over
the football game he was playing earlier? I was laughing at the quarterback. His quarterback's like 6'9", 300 pounds,
there.
just
He's creative.
swagged out from head to toe.
Yeah.
That's not fun. Typical cheater.
But yeah, you talking about final thoughts and everything. Y'all don't miss RWF this Saturday, the
Not this
28th.
Saturday.
28th.
28th.
This Saturday on the 28th. Y'all come out. We're going to have a blast. I'm going to be walking out as the winner of the Royal Rumble,
It's not called a
Battle Royal,
The Rampage Royal.
Rampage Royal.
Rampage Royale.
It doesn't matter
We just got a cease and desist.
because in the
From
end,
who?
my hand will be
Oh.
raised.
And then you will go for any title,
Any title at
any
any
title
time.
that you want.
Not commissioner title. Not co-owner title.
Read the contract.
Not
I've done
promoter.
read the contract. So just put it this way.
You already know, Rico.
I
I've
like
done picture shenanigans.
I like contracts that you make up too, because I'm under one of those. There's a big protection in that before the
Well, yeah, there has to be protection
Yeah.
because look at what the ownership over
Psychomedic
here.
has got one.
I
of
swear
those.
they drank before they got here.
I'm sure they did.
I don't
I-
drink. Thorn doesn't drink.
Me neither.
That
I
was
drink blood.
smoking something outside.
That,
Only
dev-
thing I drink is coffee,
that devil's
and I
lettuce.
don't eat donuts.
Well, that's obvious. I do eat donuts.
Yeah,
And that's
this-
obvious.
Well, December
Oh,
21st is the tap show, Morrison Mayhem, and December 28th, Gallatin. Dang, Kurt Cobain. Big show. It's a huge
All
show.
right.
Both of them are.
And tomorrow night, please remember
Mm.
the PWA's the benefit.
And if you're not
Macho
into,
Hensley
and
brothers.
for those of people that watch my Facebook page, they're basketball fans. Gallatin plays basketball tournaments tomorrow night and Saturday. I'll be there announcing and doing music. So make sure to get out
Hopefully, he
there.
does a better job.
Rusty sucks.
Who?
Rusty.
Oh yeah,
Do we have we do a show next week, or do you know yet?
I
That's a
do not
Christmas
know.
week.
I'm not sure. Next week's Christmas week. Also, next week's my birthday. Tuesday's my
No,
birthday.
you weren't talking about age.
I'm like fine wine.
Hey, you want to hear a joke before we go?
That's gone sour.
Well, go
It's
ahead.
really fast.
Huh?
Turn
it's-
to vinegar.
You want to hear a joke real fast? before we go?
Yes.
It's a real fast one. Did you guys know that Owen Hart's last match was one fall?
That was
I
wrong.
feel bad for laughing at that.
It's time to go.
God rest his soul.
Hopefully, we don't get canceled for this show. But for
Our
Rusty the
hearts
Ref, Blackthorn, and Malachi, this is the voice to me, the minor saying good night.
And Merry Christmas.